This included keeping a whole array of undelivered parcels in some sort of order on impromptu shelving, dealing face-to-face with customers, talking on the telephone with no one in particular, partaking in frequent cigarette breaks, and the most important thing of all, handing out the van keys to the drivers. Fran shakily entered the PIN number of the securely locked double doors that gave access to the whole building and propped them both open with a couple of spare door wedges, cleared some phlegm through her nose and walked inside. The quaint delivery depot was like an aircraft hangar with high ceilings and various strip lighting lodged between skylights faded by grime and bird droppings that hadn't been cleaned since the invention of health and safety. The walls were an expanse of exposed painted bricks that would quickly fill with sound that echoed as the workforce all piled in at their pertinent start times. Yet at this time it was as quiet as a library, empty and lifeless. Fran, being the first into the building, startled any of the stray mouse that fled like pucks on an air hockey table with their legs hardly touching the ground. She flicked on all the light switches which rendered illumination right across the main parcel sorting area, and then turned the heating switch to on. It was very much a predictable time of life for us all, and yet some aspects were changing even back then. A recent addition to the firm was Sven, the depot's newly appointed 26-year-old graduate manager, who would work alongside Fran in the day-to-day operations and keep tabs on the delivery team whilst they were still within the grounds before escaping on their rounds. Aside from this, the majority of the office knew very little about Sven, except that he had recently replaced Joseph, the previous manager, who had been relocated to another depot for running up a lunchtime drinks bill in the local pub, which he then claimed as necessary expenses over a number of years. Though still very early in the game, Sven, unknown to any of the staff, was ultimately at this depot to shake things up, and one important aspect of this was to track the competencies and bad habits of the staff within the depot.